Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the recording for skills at the rate 100 where for 100 days we are bringing for you 100 different speakers from all over the country.
The speaker is Parinita Adukia, and we have learned how we can build a community ethically using LinkedIn.
So now, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Recording is also on. Welcome to the 77th session for Skills at the Rate 100, where we are trying to bring for you 100 different experts on 100 different topics. Today's topic is very special. I tried to generate one image from Gemini. Due to short of time, I tried to generate now, but let's see if you can see it. Just 1 second before we introduce the topic. Okay, I hope the screen is visible. So in today's time, what I personally believe, and there are many examples for this also, जो दिखता है वो बिकता है, but जो ज्यादा दिखता है वो ज्यादा बिकता है, right? So today's topic is all about that. It is a traditional thing that word of mouth used to be a great thing in the earlier times, but today we are having very less time to research and do things. So whatever comes before us, we are bound to purchase that or buy that, or mane, we are not going after much research, right? So that topic, this is very undervalued, I always believe, and we cannot learn it from here and there. So we have a very special speaker today, CA Parinita Adukia ji. She is an author. She is LinkedIn top voice, HR recruitment, training CA firm partners, helping chartered accountants ethically brand themselves, and she's also coached over 28,000 plus professionals. So we are going to have an amazing experience speaker. So Parinata ji, very welcome to you second time, and very excited for this topic. I'll stop my screen share. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Lokesh, for consistently running this marathon. And uh, it's difficult. It's really difficult to be so consistent, so dedicated, and so giving
Just
for the community.
sorry to interrupt. Just 1 second. I will mute everyone. Otherwise, there will be noises. Just give me
Sure.
1 second. Sorry. Yes. Yeah, you can unmute yourself, Parinita ji.
Sure.
Yeah. Now everything's fine.
So today's topic, I think Lokesh is one of our good examples on working with communities. Okay. Lokesh has been doing that amazingly, and something to learn from him to be so consistent. That's one of the keys to really, add value or to get something out of communities, and that's being consistent. And that is also something that we will be covering in the session. But thank you so much, Lokesh, for this invitation again. And a very interesting topic chosen. I love this topic. And so while I was, preparing or thinking how should I take forward this session, I so some time back I had I had written a book on ebook, a short, a good summarized ebook on how to create communities on social media, and then I thought, why not take that as a base, that keep the session very interactive. Okay, so how this session will proceed is I will be sharing my screen. We'll go through the notes from the ebook. At the same time, we will be seeing live examples, and actually, I'll be showing you on my page and few of my clients' pages on social media and showing you how the community is being built, what is the impact, what is the takeaway, what are the do's and don'ts. So it will be a very interactive, very live session. I've not prepared any presentation. There are few pointers, some steps that you need to follow to create that community. तो मैं आपको बहुत बोर नहीं करूंगी थ्योरी के साथ. We will be step by step going to create our community today. Okay. So my request to you is there are, I think, 6 or 7 steps that we will be discussing. I request that you take a pen and paper, start making those notes. Lokesh, I will share this ebook by the end of the session. You can very well share that in the community. Okay. So that it's easier for people to recall. But उसमें the ebook is a very, it's just a summarized thought. Okay. Detail में जो topics by the end of the call, okay, you'll have an idea as to how do I create my community, where should I create my community, and how will this benefit me. So you will have all these answers with you, and of course, इसके बाद भी whatever questions you have, you can ask me. Is my voice still breaking? Sumit
Little
ji का
bit.
message है that my voice is
Yes, yes.
little.
Network, I think little bit issues are there.
एक second, ना. Now again, if the voice breaks, just let me know.
Okay, okay.
Perfect. Uh, Perfect. Thank you so much. Ji. So I'll start sharing my screen, and like I've requested, please do have pen and paper handy to start taking the notes and start working on this community together. And wherever you have any doubt, feel free to ask me. I'm sharing my whole screen because there'll be a lot of to and fro from my LinkedIn page to this page and everything. So please bear with me. So मैं इसलिए एक tab नहीं share कर रही हूँ. There'll be a lot of on the pages of different clients and this and that, the presentation. So like I said, this is the ebook that I'll be sharing with you. It's a very simple ebook, simple steps, which anybody can understand. But yes, we will be discussing a lot, all these steps in detail. I won't go because we are short in time and I really want to focus on the steps that needs to be done to create the community. So I will just in a very short manner explain you why this community is beneficial for CAs. Okay. Say first thing, when you are there on social media, my suggestion, and this is my experience also, there can be two outcomes from social media. Either you have an objective of gaining like thousands of followers, lakhs of followers, okay, or you want to earn from social media. यहाँ से भी earn होता है बहुत अच्छे से, okay, but that number is less. Or as a practicing CA with all the restrictions that we have, you focus on creating the right connections on social media, which gives you outcome, which gives you leads. Okay. When you are going an organic way, don't focus on the number of people that are following you. Focus that you have the right people connected with you so that your content, whatever you are sharing, your thoughts, your opinions are reaching the right people, जिससे आपको benefit मिले. Even if there are 10,000 people, उसमें से 9,000 people are somebody who won't give you work or who are random people, who are just friends. What will you do out of them? There's no value. But अगर आपके पास 4,000 ही लोग connected हैं, all these 4,000 में से समझो अगर 3,000 people are your target audience, are from people from the same community, say chartered accountants, CS, lawyers, all these professionals, or your direct clients, अगर सिर्फ वो है 3,000, तो सोचो the amount of outcome, the lead that you will get. So always focus on the number of right connections rather than having lakhs of followers for you. Doesn't make sense. Community कैसे और help करता है is you gain when you start focusing on creating a community and not कि मुझे खाली ये posting करना है या ये trend में चल रहा है ये डाल देते हो. नहीं, जब आप बहुत ही focus लेके आप चीजें share करते हो, opinion share करते हो, it builds a lot of trust in the people who are reading. And एक time ऐसे आता है that they actually look forward for your content. Okay, this person will share something. What's his opinion? What does this person think of this situation? So it's really, there's a lot of trust. And whenever any topic or any discussion will come, say you share consistently, you share on GST, you build a very good community on GST. कभी भी कुछ भी GST के अराउंड आएगा, people who follow you will always have your name first, क्योंकि if I have any doubts, let me connect to that person. So it trust. Community जब build होती है वो trust होता है. Engagement, आपका connections बहुत अच्छे build होते हैं. And of course, you get a good leads. That's what working and creating communities on social media does for you. Ab, I will start with the steps. Okay. And आपको realize होगा, sorry, कि these steps are so important, so easy, but yes, you need to have a lot of focus when you are following these steps. Okay. Chalo. So, let's start. The first primary step is, जो मेरे experience में, जितना I've worked with chartered accountants, people, okay, quickly let's do one exercise. In the chat box, write what is your expertise, what is your niche. Okay, niche means one area of practice that you are expert in, you are fantastic with that area. Quickly write that one niche, one area practice. Only one, huh? Don't write accounting. Okay. Tech implementation, yes, fantastic. SOP and ERP implementation, very nice. Financial planning and analysis, okay, superb. Valuations, superb. Compliances, Amar, can you be a bit specific about compliances? ये सबके लिए जाएगा. Labor law and PF withdrawal department, superb. Okay. My next question. Okay, और ये ध्यान से सुनना. I want the answers for that also. Who are your target audience? मतलब, let me take this example. नहीं, income tax, GST, okay. If I ask you, अमर, ये तीनों में से कौन सा compliance सबसे ज्यादा है? Okay, Kinneri, hold your thought. I'm not. Okay, income tax, ठीक है. Hold your thought before you write your target audience. Listen to me very carefully. Okay? क्योंकि मुझे पता है यहाँ पे लोग थोड़ा सा वो हो जाते हैं, generalize हो जाते हैं. Fantastic. So Satyana, okay, before writing a target audience, listen to me and then we'll complete that and write. Each of us will write. Okay? Now, target audience, because like I know a lot of people will write a very generic target audience. Target audience is not only, say, example, somebody wrote business owners. Now, businesses are from various industries, from various regions. When you have a very, very focused approach, say, for example, you might be targeting textile industry business owners from, say, Gujarat. That's your target audience. Okay. So when you are finalizing your target audience, it has to be understand which industry, which region? Hmm? Industry, region. Industry, region. अगर region नहीं कर पा रहे हो तो एक बार it's okay. At least you should be very, very clear of the industry or the type of people that you are targeting. Now, what I want you to do now again is quickly write I help dash, okay, the your target audience. I help, मैं chat box में लिख रही हूँ, आपको वो अपना dash भर के डालना. I help dash, which is your target audience, in dash, which is your service, giving them dash, which is the value. Value matlab, how does your service help the person? Okay. So Lokesh is like, I help small firms of chartered accountants who are still using old and manual methods of practice, and this helps them to move from manual to automation, which of course enhances their proficiency and efficiency of practice. So आपको ये लिखना है. Okay. So Amar, good. Now let's bring it to this thing. I help charitable educational institutions to optimize the process and implementation of SOP and ERP for them. More insights on operation, preventing pilferages and scale of processes. Superb, Satyanarayan ji. Superb. So Amar, I help NRI senior citizens with the right compliances. I help practicing secretary in getting valuation reports to be legally compliant in a timely manner. ठीक है? Perfect. Superb, Shubham. Okay. So Baki, who have not shared on the chat, no problem. Please do this exercise for your own listing and write it on the paper and keep, because हमें अभी आगे जरूरत पड़ेगी. I help startups in getting DPIIT and other startup registrations by giving them the right advice when it comes to selection of various government schemes. Superb, very nice. Now this is specific. ठीक है. Any particular, क्योंकि government schemes थोड़ा सा region wise will be different. There's a lot of government schemes which changes from state to state and everything. If you can also specify any region that you're specifically working with, that will be amazing. Because I have few clients who are very, very somebody who works only with the MP government for the government schemes and Maharashtra government. So if that's there, so it again brings a lot of focus. But good. So for everybody else, if you've not shared your, अपने इसमें लिखो, automate their audit reports, generation on Tally 5. Okay, fantastic. Now, I can see that few people had already practiced this and already knew this, and they were very quick in answering. Few people took a bit of time, so I want to understand from them, especially people who did this for the first time or got into their target audience and niche, thinking about that for the first time. How do you feel after this thing? Because this is very important. I help individuals and organizations in labor law and PF related services, giving them accurate, compliant, and efficient solutions. Okay, so okay. First, Ravi. ठीक है. Again, if you, because organizations, again, it's a bit generic. If you can narrow it down to any kind of organizations, say listed companies, or you're talking about the private limited companies जहाँ पे ज़्यादा issues होते हैं, they don't know about labor laws and everything. Are you talking about them? So it again brings a lot of focus. Expat NRI business to do compliance and planning in direct tax. Okay. Direct tax, indirect, international tax. If you're talking about transfer pricing, ठीक है. But businesses, I think, um, either focus on individuals or focus on businesses. But ठीक है, still it's I feel आप इंटरनेशनल अगर आप एनआरआई कर रहे हो तो इंटरनेशनल टैक्स पे फोकस करके आप वैसे कर सकते हो बिकॉज अगेन दिस गिव्स अ वेरी ब्रॉडर आइडिया. Okay. Sumit and couple of people who um, are asking this question who are new to the practice and they are still figuring out their niche. Okay. So there are a couple of ways in which you can do it. I'll be quick here because we don't have time. So just suggestion. इसके बाद भी please you can connect me anytime to help me solve this query कि आप niche कैसे select कर सकते हो. But a quick step for that is first, of course, experience wise, you're not new because you have done your articleship. You might have worked for a few months. What happens is you get a sense of what do you like. Okay. Do you like tax? Do you like audit? Are you, as a personality, are you somebody who loves numbers or do you like digging into researching into things? What is your personality? What have you experienced in? आपका articleship किसमें ज्यादा था तो आपको exposure मिला होगा. Third, start checking your connections. आपके connections कहाँ पे ज्यादा है. Are you, you have a lot of connections with specific industry people. You are very well connected to government employees. जो भी आपका connection है वो देखो क्योंकि काम आपको फिर वहां से मिले. इन तीनों को चीजों को
Voice is breaking
combine
now
कर.
again.
Again, give me 1 second. I'm just switching my video off for 5 minutes. तब तक वो नेट वापस ठीक हो जाएगा. Okay.
Okay.
So what you do is combine all these three things. See what is the best practice for you. Also, you have to see the future. For example, if you're starting new, I understand that अभी आप फिलहाल because it's new for you, you are trying to earn, you will take everything that comes your way, and that's perfectly fine. When I say you have to pick a niche, I don't mean that आप बाकी काम मत करो. पैसे कमाने के लिए मुझे I understand you will have to take the kind of work. What I mean from here is take all the work, market yourself, start marketing yourself for a particular niche so that moving forward in a year or two, when you've established your brand, you stop taking the small work, you stop taking the extra work, and you become an expert in that field going forward. That is what I mean by selecting a niche. So people who have started or who are analyzing their niche, this is the step you can take. Start talking to people, see your experience, see what kind of connections do you already have, see what you like and what is the future. Compliances नहीं है तो आप compliance का काम अभी थोड़ा थोड़ा लो, आपको लग रहा है ऐसा. और फिर उसमें niche develop करो, say stick to income tax, or if you're very good with litigations, stick to litigations. Start finding that way. Okay. I've also seen people change their niche after 3, 4 years. After working, they might not like, or that's not what they want. It's perfectly okay. Okay. And I know this question generally comes, इसीलिए मैं वापस को cater भी कर रही हूँ, that you might have a firm where you have partners. पार्टनर्स अलग अलग डिपार्टमेंट में प्रैक्टिस करते हैं, आपका एक अलग प्रैक्टिस का एरिया है. सो द फर्म डजंट हैव अ नीश, you have a niche as a singular individual. Okay. I can only take as much questions for this. If you still have questions related to your niche, your target audience, you can reach out to me anytime. Not now, बाद में कभी भी. चल. So, first step was defining your niche and audience. Now, why is that important? This is important for the next 2 steps. Second step is then you have to choose your platform. Ab, one thing that I've seen or people ask me is, which all platforms should I be on? Should I be everywhere? No, please. Value your time. You don't need to be everywhere. You need to be on the right platform. Okay? So you have to choose as per your target audience. You have to choose where your target audience are. आपको वो platform choose करना. So platform, social media platform, which is LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. आपको, if you have to choose from these, आपके 2 criteria. One, where is your audience present? जो आपका target audience है, जो आपने लिखा, correct? Second, अगर आपका audience 2 या 3 प्लेटफॉर्म पे है, आपको देखना है कौन से प्लेटफॉर्म का कंटेंट यू आर कंफर्टेबल मेकिंग एंड शेयरिंग. I'll give you some examples. Say, for example, a few people might have business owners or startups as their target audience, right? Now, these startup owners are generally present, and these business owners are generally present on Instagram also and LinkedIn also. Now, you have to understand Instagram का content का style is very different. It needs you to be very active, to create videos, to be very trending. You have to follow the trends. You have to make that kind of content. LinkedIn, on the other hand, has a very different kind of content. ठीक है, टेक्स्ट होता है, फोटोज होता है, वीडियोस करो नहीं करो कोई ऐसा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. सो यू हैव टू सिलेक्ट कि ठीक है, अगर इंस्टाग्राम पे है, लेकिन कैन आई बी एक्टिव ऑन इंस्टाग्राम? एम आई दैट पर्सन हु विल मेक वीडियोज, जो रील्स बनाएंगे और जो बहुत ट्रेंडिंग में जो चल रहा है उसके ऊपर डालेंगे? नहीं, तो छोड़ दो. डोंट पुश योर सेल्फ इनटू डूइंग थिंग विच यू कैन नॉट डू. तो आप थोड़े टाइम करोगे फिर उसको छोड़ दो, विच डजंट मेक सेंस. बिकॉज all the success always comes from consistency. आप चाहे वो किसी चीज में कितने भी अच्छे हो, अगर कंसिस्टेंट नहीं हो तो नहीं आए. So if you feel that Instagram ka kind of content is not for me, or LinkedIn ka content is not for me, Twitter is better. I can write, I'm very smart. I write 2 to 3 lines very nicely. या मैं short में बहुत अच्छा कर सकता हूँ. Twitter is something that I'm very good with. Go to Twitter. You have to understand that format has to be comfortable. Okay. I left Instagram and for that only focus on YouTube. Fantastic. YouTube is the best platform. It's a sustainable platform. 4 साल बाद भी उसका content कोई भी देख सकता है. Okay, so it's fantastic. So superb. So now the step for you that you have to write down is you have to choose your platform and note it down for yourself. कहाँ पे आप होंगे? Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Which platform is the right platform for you? Please note down that. Okay, अभी का अभी just note it down for yourself. Because हम उस पे कुछ steps करने वाले हैं. Quickly, I'm giving you 1 minute. Don't include WhatsApp. उसके बारे में हम बाद में बात करेंगे. Okay, I hope everybody's done. Let's move forward. The third step, very, very important and very, very difficult for some people because it's confusing for some people as to, this, I think this is the common challenge कि आप तो बोल रहे हो पोस्ट करने पर करे क्या? What should I post about? What should I post on? What topic should I choose? नहीं पता. And that's the biggest challenge that you have. So, uh, first, let's understand कि content होता क्या. Okay. First thing is, like I said, every platform demands a certain type of content. Instagram demands more of videos, short videos, okay? Short videos, um, more of trending photos or your photos, your face. That is what Instagram demands. LinkedIn demands more of text or some good carousel, informative carousel. Carousel is वो presentation type हम देखते हैं ना LinkedIn पे. That Twitter demands very smart, short ideas, opinions. Okay, I'll say opinions and ideas very short. Facebook is very personal, where you share your personal stuff. YouTube, short, long, any kind of format or videos. Okay. So at first, आपको वो select करना है कि आपका प्लेटफॉर्म कौन सा है, उसके ऊपर कौन सा कंटेंट है. Okay. तो एक होता है स्ट्रक्चर. स्ट्रक्चर इज आप फोटो शेयर कर रहे हो, आप वीडियो शेयर कर रहे हो, आप टेक्स्ट शेयर कर रहे हो या आप आर्टिकल शेयर कर रहे हो. एक होता है स्ट्रक्चर. तो आपको पहले वो स्ट्रक्चर से लेना है अपने प्लेटफॉर्म के साथ. अब आते हैं टॉपिक. एंड आई थिंक दिस इज द toughest thing for everybody. I understand that. Let's break it down. Now, I will talk only from the community perspective. कि अब आपको अपने सोशल मीडिया पे कम्युनिटी चलानी है. Okay, let's do this. Let's ask people what will they share if we are talking about the community. और हम उस पे discuss करें. Uh, if I ask, say, okay, Shubham, you help practicing company secretaries and getting valuation reports and to be legally compliant. So, what kind of content, certain topics, 2 or 3 topics that you will share with them on social media? Should be rather short. शुभम, आपको वो आंसर करना है. Till then, to share about latest deals, but was not consistent. What kind of deals? Mergers and acquisitions. Okay. ठीक है. Now, Satyanarayan ji, just quickly I'll answer. Don't keep a separate channel for YouTube. Long, short, आप दोनों share कर सकते हो. Will not mess with your algorithm. Don't worry. But don't share on the same day. It can be on separate days, please. Okay. So Shubham, let's do this exercise. Okay, and this goes for everybody. Okay, आपको मैं simplify करके दूंगी. I'll write certain questions for you and things जिससे आपको content बनाने में easy होगा. And why that helps, I will tell you. Now, this is an um, exercise that everybody needs to follow. One is you have to write down, and please, दिमाग में मत सोचना. आपका दिमाग is a RAM जो डेटा फटाफट से उड़ जाएगा थोड़े टाइम में. Write it down, please. Write down 5 pain points of your target audience. मतलब आपको एकदम टारगेट ऑडियंस के दिमाग में घुस जाना है. क्या पेन पॉइंट है? It need not be related to your service or your needs. Okay, it can be any pain point. Say for example, मेरे टारगेट ऑडियंस आर चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स, उनके पेन पॉइंट क्या है? बिग फोर सारा काम था ले जाते हैं। हम मार्केट में इंस्टीट्यूट के इतने सारे लॉज और रेगुलेशंस है, हम प्रैक्टिस कैसे बढ़ाए? थर्ड है, स्टाफ नहीं मिलता, आई डोंट गेट गुड स्टाफ। This is one of the pain points. It's not directly related to my services of branding or marketing. ये pain points है मेरे साथ। Okay. Second आपको लिखना है, last few days. Write your typical conversations with your clients. What were their doubts? What were the challenges? What were the specific asks that they had from you? कि मुझे ये वाला सॉल्व करके दो, अरे यहाँ पे मुझे डाउट आ रहा है, या तो ये मेरे से नहीं हो रहा, आप मुझे बताओ, या यार इंडस्ट्री में ये चल रहा है, मैं क्या करूँ? What were the specific doubts in the last 1 week, say 1 week, that your clients asked, or specific questions, specific services that they asked from you? Write that down. Okay. ये आपका होमवर्क है. Now, what we think is, we want to be look very knowledgeable on social media. यार मेरे को ये भी पता है, मुझे ये भी पता है, I know about all the deals, I know about whatever is happening in the world. Doesn't matter. If whatever information, whatever knowledge that you're sharing on social media, if it does not touch your target audience, उनके इमोशंस को, उनके चैलेंजेस को, उनके पेन्स को, या उनको कुछ वैल्यू नहीं ऐड कर रहा, उन लोग पढ़ के छोड़ देंगे, उससे कुछ आउटकम नहीं मिलेगा. So why this exercise? And just taking Shubham as an example. Shubham, you said you share about mergers and acquisitions, all the deals that are happening. Okay, it's related to your target audience, but again, it does not solve, or it's not informative for them. What should they take out of this information is important. So just think about when you're talking to these chartered, your company secretaries, and when they come to you for any service, evaluation report चाहिए आपसे, what is the challenge that they share? कि client क्या बोलता है? Say for example, हमको एक कंपनी सेक्रेटरी आपके पास आया, 2 दिन में मुझे वैल्यूएशन रिपोर्ट, जस्ट एन एग्जांपल, आई डोंट नो द सिनेरियो, तो प्लीज डोंट जज मी. से 2 दिन में मुझे वैल्यूएशन रिपोर्ट चाहिए इसकी, प्लीज कर दो. Share about that experience. What client don't understand is, don't do things if you are going through such a important phase in your business where you are acquiring a company. Okay, so how can you wait for the last moment to get valuation reports done? That should not be the case, and that hampers the quality of the valuation that you get. Share that experience. वो क्या है? वो आपके one of the pain points है of your target audience की clients last moment में last moment में बोलते, okay, and जिससे फिर वो रिपोर्ट अच्छा नहीं आए, and वो उनको नहीं समझ में आता. तो मैं क्या कर रही हूँ? I'm touching the emotions of my target audience. Understood? ये पर्टिकुलर ट्रांजैक्शन है, इसके लिए रिपोर्ट चाहिए. ओके, सुपर. So now, Shubham, you have to create content on these pointers. You will never run out of content. Just एक मैं जैसे करती हूँ, start noting down दिन का एक या दो some very interesting conversation or doubt or query that you got or something you solved, something that happened in office, client के साथ कुछ हुआ, कुछ आपको कुछ समझ में आया या कुछ नया लर्न किया, which will help your target audience. Keep noting down, content की कोई कमी नहीं है, and all this real life experiences is actually something that people want to read and want to connect with. And why now this becomes important for your content and not the knowledge is this is what builds a community. Because जब आप ये सब चीजें शेयर करते हो, people will engage with your content. तो रीड करके भाग नहीं जाएंगे, वहां पे उन लोग लिखेंगे, वहां पे they will share their views, their pain. अरे हाँ मैंने भी ऐसा you know किया था या something similar happened with me. Um, so that is what you need to. What is happening? That is what will create a community and people will engage with your content. That's the idea, right? I'll just show you quickly some examples. You will, I think, understand more. And these are my examples from my some things that I have shared. So, okay. So see, I had shared about one thing that CAs can do different in 2026 for networking. Is stop attending CA events only. It hits my audience. यार ऐसे क्यों बोल रहे हो? CA events क्यों नहीं attend करना? उसका I had again given a proper my thoughts and my reasons for why this. See the kind of engagement. Because people, I am directly speaking to my target audience, directly speaking to what they are thinking, what they generally do, which is wrong or which is right, either ways. Okay, this is specifically for them. Second type of content where you add value. जब आप कुछ सिखा रहे हो उसके साथ कुछ टिप्स दे रहे हो. Okay, 4 important tips for CAs. See the kind of engagement. It had 3,11,000 impressions. So coming to, I think somebody had asked the impressions क्या होता है? Impressions is the number of people viewed the post. मतलब ये post कितने के अकाउंट पे गया और उसने ऐसा ग्लांस किया. अब वो ग्लांस कितने देर किया? I think it's 2 to 3 seconds. तब impression में count हो जाता है. But very frankly, it's not written somewhere. This is just some what should I say? I had read somewhere that that's when impressions account. LinkedIn के तरफ से कुछ नहीं about the number of seconds viewed. Okay, but it's the number of accounts viewed. So when I'm sharing something, which seems valuable for my client or my target audience, people will read, and that's the impressions. Only 22% of CAs are women. Hard hitting. यार only इतने ही है. So maximum people who commented were women. मैंने लिखा भी था क्यों, what are the challenges. So I was talking to those women CAs, sharing the challenges. So that is when they will engage. नहीं तो ये engagement नहीं आएगा. People won't talk. Okay. Something happened which I had a very strong opinion on. Some people are doing something against CAs. I shared my opinion. I was very angry, very frustrated. People understood and people commented and people engaged with that. Valuable, share something valuable. And this is something that will I again cover this in some time, but कुछ दो अपने audience को. Say for example, I had written an ebook. Okay. See, 1,000 comments. So many people asked for it because I'm sharing something valuable. So don't अपना सिर्फ knowledge मत बांटो. My point is knowledge मत बांटो. लोगों के पास knowledge की कमी नहीं है, information की कमी नहीं है. Google है, ChatGPT है, Gemini है, whatever use, सब जगह है. What people are looking for is आप क्या सोच रहे हो, आपका क्या opinion है. As a professional, what do you experience? What do you take away from it? That is what people look forward for. ओके, सो वो आपको देखना है और उसी हिसाब से ज्यादा चलना है. दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट. आई ऑल्सो शेयर सम मोर क्लाइंट्स एग्जाम्पल, तो आपको और समझ में आएगा. See, one of the most engaging part is also taking polls to understand आपका target audience क्या सोच रहा है. See the number of votes, 200 votes. So, see, this is a very technical post. ठीक है, ऑडिट के ऊपर है. But I've used a meme. I've used um, a funny way, a sarcastic way to what audit is. See the number of impressions. Client का है, मेरा नहीं है. Again, audit fatigue, the cycle. Again, this people connect कि अरे हाँ यार ये होता है. ठीक है, I'm talking to my target audience. I'm talking to my fellow auditors. वो दर्द समझ सकते हैं ये. See the kind of engagement. 58,000 impressions. Storytelling to communicate audit results. Technical topic, but then उसको मैंने break down किया and it is for my auditor friends. See, 197 engagement. इसका देखो, एक ebook लिखा था, internal audit report. It's like a professional template कि audit reports में क्या internal audit में क्या क्या हो सकता है. 4,000 comments. So many people asked for this ebook because I'm giving something valuable to my community. Okay. See, a story, a experience that the client shared about him. 53,000 impressions, 400 people liked it. मतलब आप जब जब अपना एक्सपीरियंस, टारगेट ऑडियंस के पेन पॉइंट्स, इसके बारे में बात करोगे, टारगेट ऑडियंस क्या सोच रहा है, क्या कॉन्वर्जेशन हो रहे हैं, अपने एक्सपीरियंस के बारे में शेयर करोगे, दैट इज व्हेन यू विल गेट एंगेजमेंट्स. ओके, यू कैन हैव नॉर्मल अकाउंट, यू डोंट नीड प्रीमियम, मेरे पास भी नहीं. Perfect, Shubham. Thank you so much for the summarization of what I just said. Okay. So I have actually a lot of examples. मैंने बहुत सारे clients के खोल के रखे थे. I'll just show a couple of more. One thing, again, a super way of creating community on social media is, say, for example, LinkedIn पे newsletter channel. Okay. See, this we started, I think, 2 months back, and we already have 2,000 subscribers. Newsletter, this is a very क्या बोलते हैं, loyal readers. So this person shares all about IFRS, Indian accounting standards. ठीक है, so community through newsletters. This can also be created community through email marketing. तो अगर आप email पे कुछ articles भेज रहे हो every week, that is also community. So I'll just show you something. Because मुझे ना ये वाला तोड़ना है कि टेक्निकल पोस्ट पे आपके इंप्रेशन नहीं आते, या पीपल डोंट रीड टेक्निकल पोस्ट. दे डू रीड इफ यू really talk to their pain about their pain points or something that has actually happened, और अपना opinion share करो. So this morning itself I was sharing with one of my clients कि don't share information. कुछ notification आया आपने डाल दिया, मत करो. सबके पास information है, आज सबको पता चल जाता है कि कुछ notification आया है, कुछ amendment आया है. क्या करूं मैं amendment का, मुझे नहीं जानना. मुझे ये जानना है वो अमेंडमेंट से मुझे क्या बेनिफिट या नुकसान होगा एज अ टारगेट ऑडियंस. मैं तो आपकी क्लाइंट हूँ, मुझे नहीं जानना कि आपको अमेंडमेंट के बारे में पता है कि नहीं. मुझे ये जानना है अब वो अमेंडमेंट से आप मुझे कैसे हेल्प करोगे, या तो मुझे बेनिफिट हो रहा है कि मेरे को नुकसान हो रहा है, या आप उसको कैसे सॉल्व. तो ऑलवेज थिंक कि मुझे मेरे टारगेट ऑडियंस के प्रॉब्लम्स कैसे सॉल्व करने, तभी आप उसको एंगेज कर पाओगे, तभी आप वो कम्युनिटी बिल्ड कर पाओगे. So this was about कुछ नया नोटिफिकेशन आया था. You're working with PIE clients, NFRA is forcing you to choose between none, something कुछ था, I don't exactly remember क्या था, but This was the technical topic. See the amount of impressions. Okay. And good people had commented. Amarjeet Jogi. So start talking about pain points and the solutions to those problems. That is when you will get the engagement. Okay. I'll quickly move to the ebook content. I hope everybody is clear. आप वो जो मैंने आपको 2 क्वेश्चंस बोले उसको सॉल्व करो, एवरी वीक सॉल्व करो, स्टार्ट मेकिंग कंटेंट फ्रॉम देयर एंड सी द काइंड ऑफ एंगेजमेंट यू स्टार्ट गेटिंग फ्रॉम पीपल. ओके, the fourth point is engagement from audience. Now I will share one very important thing. If you can do this, this will be the best step that you can take from social media and how you can really generate clients. Once you are active on social media, your target should be, मैंने समझो फॉर एग्जाम्पल आज एक पोस्ट शेयर कर दिया, वहां से स्टार्ट क्रिएटिंग अ व्हाट्सएप कम्युनिटी. For example, Lokesh has a WhatsApp community. Of course, that's more about the sessions and everything. But start a engaging WhatsApp community where people can share their opinions. Not random hi, hello, good morning, ये वाला message वो नहीं. But they are actually sharing their thoughts. That community will be of your target audience. वो community, if you're able to bring from social media to WhatsApp, the conversion rate is very higher. Conversion rate मतलब जो लोग आपको जानते हैं से जो आपके क्लाइंट बनते हैं, that is conversion. Okay, हम टेक्निकल टर्म में इसको conversion बोलते हैं. So potential से जब आपका कोई क्लाइंट बनता है, that's conversion. तो अगर आप सोशल मीडिया से किसी को आप व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में ला सको जहां पे ज्यादा एंगेजमेंट होता है, आप सोशल मीडिया पे एक बार पोस्ट करोगे दिन में या हफ्ते में 2 या 3 करोगे, सोशल व्हाट्सएप पे एवरीडे कुछ ना कुछ आप बातें करो. तो अगर आप वहां ला सकते हो, वहां से आपके कन्वर्जन लीड्स बहुत जल्दी क्रिएट हो. ओके, सो एंगेजमेंट विद योर ऑडियंस मीन्स आप सोशल मीडिया पे लोगों से बातें करो. सिर्फ आप पोस्ट मत डालो, दूसरों के पोस्ट पे कमेंट करो, आइडिया शेयर करो, ओपिनियन शेयर करो. फिर वहां से अगर आप व्हाट्सएप कम्युनिटी बिल्ड कर सकते हो, वहां पे लोगों को एंगेज कर सकते हो, दैट विल बी द बेस्ट थिंग दैट यू कैन. बट इफ यू आर स्टिल न्यू एट सोशल मीडिया, first develop your social media for a few months and then pull that audience to your WhatsApp group. Okay. Moving forward, share success stories, and this is where I want to. I will because of time, I will combine fifth and sixth point, and I'll just share something. Remember, people love being loved, which means don't only talk about your own self. Share other people's stories. Share दूसरों के success stories. What did people do? What does this person do? Appreciate others. Share other people's experiences. People love when somebody talks about them, right? अगर आज किसी ने मेरे बारे में लिखा, मुझे कितना अच्छा लगेगा. I reshare that. तो क्या होता है? Say, Mr. X wrote about me. I will reshare what Mr. X has written on my social media. तो Mr. X को क्या मिला? उसके खुद के कनेक्शंस पे गया वो, प्लस मेरे ऑल कनेक्शंस पे सबको दिखा. तो एवरीबडी विल बी अरे ये मिस्टर एक्स कौन है, दैट दे विल गो एंड सर्च अबाउट मिस्टर एक्स और गो एंड रीड. तो एक तीर से 2 निशाने, मुझे भी खुशी मिल गई, उसको भी ये हो गया कि उसके कनेक्शंस और बढ़े. सो कंटेंट should not only be about you. When you're building a community, it has to be, you need not be the center. You have to be on the outside periphery. People have to be in there. Share about other people's story, about other people's experiences. लोगों के testimonials share करो. और कोई आपके साथ, आप किसी के साथ conversations करते हो, वो share करो. Share about, say for example, one day you write about Lokesh कि how this whole journey has been so beneficial for you. आपने इतनी सारी topics पे सीखा, शायद of course सारे नहीं, but आपने 3-4 भी अगर attend किए, मतलब आपने कुछ सीखा है. Share about that. Okay. So one is sharing about other people's story, and second is collaborate with industry partners. Say for example, some people here are from valuation. In fact, जितने भी अभी तक सबने लिखे, 7-8 जन ने जिसने भी अपना अपना नीश शेयर किया है, सब डिफरेंट नीश था. इमेजिन ईच वन ऑफ देम कोलैबोरेट्स विद ईच अदर. ठीक है, कि चलो एक कम्युनिटी बनाते हैं, मैं इसके बारे में शेयर करूंगा, आप इसके बारे में शेयर करना. सो दे शेयर ईच अदर्स पोस्ट आल्सो, एंड दे teach each other's audiences. So collaborate with partners. That is again a very good and a faster way to build a community. Hmm? Offer value added services. Now, this is something that I want to talk about, and थोड़ा सा extra मेहनत है, but it's one of the best way to get results. Offer added value services मतलब जैसे मैंने आपको एक example दिया of the e-book. Okay, I share, हाँ, जैसे मैंने client का share किया that the client wrote a book on the internal audit template करके कुछ था e-book. Did you see 4,000 plus comments? The person is adding value to his audience. I also wrote e-books and उसपे भी बहुत सारे comments थे. I think 2,000 plus. I've written multiple. What it does is, now it gives a perspective to my clients or my audiences. I'm not here only to get clients या तो फिर अरे आ जाओ मेरा सर्विस ले लो, आ जाओ मेरा सर्विस ले लो. नहीं, सर्विस बाद में देखेंगे, फिलहाल मैं आपको कुछ वैल्यूबल देती हूँ. Let me help you. That's my first agenda, not to get clients. क्योंकि people don't like being told. सारा टाइम आप सेल्स की बात करोगे तो लोग पक जाते हैं. People don't like it कि क्या सारा टाइम बेचने पे ही है. No. When you add value, people will respect you because service है. आप टेक्निकल कुछ चीज कर रहे हो एक इंसान के लिए. तो अगर आपको ट्रस्ट बिल्ड करना है तो दीज आर द वेज कि हाँ मेरे पास नॉलेज भी है, मेरे पास सॉल्यूशंस भी है. इट गिव्स दैट it gives that perspective, it gives that trust, credibility to that person कि okay, this person knows his job or how to do that. So adding value. तो देखो, say for example, um, okay, say for example शुभम का है कंपनी सेक्रेटरी, आप वैल्यूएशन रिपोर्ट दे रहे हो. 5 ways in which you can have, okay, 5 ways a company secretary can check or recheck on the quality of valuation reports that you're getting. Okay. 3 types of valuation reports that you generally get. Okay, वो business valuation है या asset valuation है, and how to differentiate between that. What is the purpose? आप उसके ऊपर कुछ हैंडबुक टाइप्स दे रहे हो. हैंडबुक का इंपॉर्टेंस आप सब सीए को पता है ना. हैंडबुक कितना इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. क्रिएट दीज हैंडबुक्स फॉर योर क्लाइंट्स जो एकदम फटाफट से रिफर कर सकते. तो जितने बार कुछ डाउट होगा आपका नाम पहले दिमाग में आएगा कि अरे हाँ, आई हैव दिस, इसने हेल्प किया. सो गेट दैट थिंग, गिव योर ऑडियंस समथिंग, सम thank you, Satyanarayan ji, for taking that up. And I want to address this is branding is not a day's job. When you do all these steps, don't expect an instant result. It genuinely takes good number of years to create that trust, that credibility, that branding for yourself. ठीक है, तो अगर आपको लग रहा है कि 1-2 महीने में मेरा हो जाएगा, आई विल बिकम अ ब्रांड, नहीं होगा. मैं फ्रैंकली बोलती हूँ, मैं मुंह पे बोलती हूँ, नहीं होगा. डोंट गो विद दैट आइडिया इनटू दिस कम्युनिटी बिल्डिंग, नहीं मिलेगा. बट क्या होता है ना, इट्स लाइक, वो पता है चाइनीज बैम्बू की स्टोरी, इफ यू हैव हर्ड दैट चाइनीज बैम्बू व्हेन यू प्लांट, आई थिंक 5 years or something, it's just growing beneath, and within a year or so it grows to 90 meters. So 5 साल पता भी नहीं चलेगा कि वो अंदर ग्रो हो रहा है ट्री. बट जब वो रिजल्ट देगा तो ऐसा ग्राफ सीधा फिर ऐसे जाके सीधा ऐसे हो जाएगा. उसके लिए you need that patience. You need to really be consistent. Okay. The next thing that if the next step when you building a community, तो पहले आपने you started the profile on social media, you became a bit active on social media, आपने धीरे धीरे you started adding value through ebooks, newsletters, जो भी आप कर रहे हो, okay, WhatsApp community पे गए, उसका next step what you can do for community is start having these आधे घंटे का एक आप जूम कॉल रख लो अपने कम्युनिटी के साथ, शेयर योर एक्सपीरियंसेस, उनसे डाउट पूछो, सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करो. Don't keep a session like this. That's okay. Just have a conversation. People are happy with that also. Just meet, solve queries. Just have chit chat with them. पता है, see, community on social media is nothing but पहले ऑफलाइन कम्युनिटीज बनती थी. पहले जैसे हम बोलते थे एक गांव में ना सब एक दूसरे को जानते, क्योंकि वो कम्युनिटी थी. पीपल आर मीटिंग एवरी डे, पीपल हियर अबाउट ईच अदर एवरी डे. वो उनका कॉन्वर्जेशन चलता है, देख लेते हैं, आते जाते जाते एक नजर मार लेते हैं, तो दिमाग में रहता. तो दैट्स कम्युनिटी. अब आजकल बिकॉज फिजिकल रिस्ट्रिक्शंस है और डिजिटल पे द ग्लोब हैज बिकम आवर, क्या बोलते हैं, विलेज. ठीक है, तो आप बड़ा कम्युनिटी बना सकते. वही है, हर रोज विजिबल रहना है, लोगों से कैसे कैसे नजर में आना है, लोगों के एक कॉन्वर्जेशन करने हैं, लोगों के कॉन्वर्जेशन में आने हैं, एंड चिट चैटिंग करनी. तो चिट चैटिंग अगर आप उसको जूम कॉल पे ला सकते हो, या समझो यू कीप अ मंथली मीटअप, फिजिकल मीटअप, कि चलो आप हम वर्चुअली तो कनेक्टेड है, आप चलो फिजिकली मिलते हैं. एनी काइंड ऑफ दीज थिंग्स इफ यू डू to bring to that more smaller circle, again it builds a very stronger community. ठीक है, so this is the last that thing that you can do. But the most important thing from all of this is you have to be consistent and authentic. अगर आप बीच में से फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप 2-3 महीना अच्छे से कर रहे हो, अचानक से 2 महीना गायब, पीपल लूज इंटरेस्ट, पीपल फील कि अरे आपको नहीं करना है, या तो टाइम नहीं है आपके पास, तो आप क्या ही कम्युनिटी करोगे. So no, you have to really be consistent. चाहिए तो 2 ही पोस्ट शेयर करो हफ्ते का, बट वो कंसिस्टेंटली करो. एंड बी कंसिस्टेंट फॉर 15 minutes एवरी डे, स्पेंड ऑन सोशल मीडिया, इंटरैक्ट विद पीपल. खुद को पोस्ट नहीं करना, इट्स ओके, दूसरों के पोस्ट पे अपने व्यूज शेयर करो, आइडियाज शेयर करो. स्टार्ट एडिंग द राइट पीपल ऑन योर नेटवर्क. जब आप रिक्वेस्ट किसी को भेजते देखो कि ये मेरे टारगेट ऑडियंस में, या मैं इससे कुछ सीख सकता हूँ क्या, ये दिस पर्सन वैल्यूएबल फॉर मी और नॉट, this person is my target audience or not. Connect with them only. Okay. So your community is nothing but एक बड़ा फैमिली. आप सबको जानते हो, सब लोग आपके एक्सपीरियंस को, आपके टेक्निकल नॉलेज को जानते हैं. दूसरों के साथ when I go and talk to somebody else कि किसी को कुछ प्रॉब्लम था, तो I'll take your name. That is community. That is the power of community. Okay. So you have to focus on that. ये I'm not talking in this because फिलहाल के लिए this is not relevant. So any queries till now? Any queries that you have? Lokesh, we are done with the time, right? If I'm not wrong. Or Lokesh?
Yes.
So these are few of my clients that we work with for the branding, for managing the accounts, or creating communities. These are my few of my clients. Okay, Lokesh is back. So Lokesh, do we have time, or what is the status?
10-15 minutes if you want to continue.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll show more examples that will, really give you a view कि हाँ, ऐसा टाइप का content भी हम share कर सकते हैं. And this is also what something works. So I
Yes.
really want to give you a
That
few
will
more
be
examples.
perfect. That will be perfect.
Sure. Okay. Say, for example, you need not always be technical. Now, everybody here runs a practice, or practice is not easy. There are a lot of ifs and buts and challenges that you face every day. Okay. कुछ स्टाफ का प्रॉब्लम है ना, तो टूल्स कैसे करना है, क्या यूज करना है, there's so many amendments coming every day. One of your target audience, along with your direct clients, are also chartered accountants in the fraternity. You can talk to them also through your post. Okay. So for example, one of the clients shared about मार्च एंड है, चाहे वो जून है, जुलाई है, स्टिल कितना भी बिजी सीजन हो, आई डोंट लेट माय टीम वर्क ऑन संडेज. जस्ट बिकॉज बहुत काम है डजंट मीन कि मैं संडे को भी बुला. हाँ, कभी कभी रेयर इज फाइन, बट जस्ट बिकॉज सीजन है, आई कॉल एवरी संडे ऑल्सो. आई वोंट डू दैट. आई वोंट डू दैट फॉर माई टीम, because my team is very important. This was the whole idea. See the kind of impressions, see the kind of engagement. People understand, people feel this, right? कि यार पता है सबको कि प्रैक्टिस में है, तो संडेज को भी टीम को बुलाते हैं कि नहीं, सीजन है, काम तो करना पड़ेगा, बहुत वर्कलोड है. क्यों है वर्कलोड? मैक्सिमम वर्कलोड कम्स है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आपने एक पोस्ट बनाया, वर्कलोड इज नॉट कि टाइम कम है, वर्कलोड इज बिकॉज द क्लाइंट्स डोंट गिव डॉक्यूमेंट्स ऑन टाइम. एवरीबडी विल रिलेट टू दिस. टॉक अबाउट क्या केओस होता है, क्यों क्लाइंट्स टाइम पे नहीं देता, हम क्या कर सकते हैं उसमें, हमारा कितना रोल है, हम कैसे उसको मैनेज कर सकते हैं. टॉक अबाउट दैट. आपने कुछ ऐसा किया जिससे क्लाइंट डॉक्यूमेंट टाइम पे देने लगे, से सेंट्रलाइज कर दिया, क्लाइंट्स को डॉक्यूमेंट पेन ड्राइव में या फिजिकली नहीं भेजना है, दे हैव स्टार्ट अपलोडिंग ऑन क्लाउड. एक सिस्टम प्रोसेस सेट कर लिया, टाइमलाइन सेट कर लिया. व्हाट इज इट दैट यू डू? टॉक अबाउट दैट. ओके. Show you some more examples. Yes. Say one of the clients talked about the this thing, global networking जो knobs था. Okay, and the announcement की big five हम करना चाहते हैं, इंडिया से हमको big four चाहिए, वो सब. Such a big, such a क्या बोलते हैं, touchy topic for the CA practice, right? क्या है इसका एक्सपीरियंस बताओ. So if you can see, 2,11,000 impressions, 41 people, 400 people liked it. So people get connected to such topics. Okay. एक और मैं दिखाना चाहती हूँ, which is very technical. Again, this person also has a newsletter, 3,200 subscribers. So technical topics पे भी होते हैं subscriptions on newsletters. See, it's on tax haven, but जो tax havens होते हैं. Okay. So ये कैसे वर्क करता है, क्यों वर्क करता है, या क्या चल रहा है. See the kind of impressions and the likes and the comments. So people engage. So I think we had written a ebook for this person also. Yes. CS कैसे collaborate कर सकते हैं? Which is like, again, CAs are very bad with collaborations. अगर एक CA को दूसरे CA के साथ काम करना है, नहीं होता, नहीं कर पाते हैं. क्यों नहीं कर पाते हैं, क्यों इम्पोर्टेंट है, कैसे कर सकते हैं. The book was about that. Okay, so see the kind of impressions and the comments. People are really looking forward to read such things. Okay. I think I had opened a couple of more. One of the clients wrote about offshore accounting, 1,55,000 impressions. So people, because offshore accounting आजकल बहुत बढ़ गया है. So what are the ifs and buts? What are the challenges? What does the client look forward for if I'm handling US based clients? So what do they think? In इसका एक post I still remember. Um, I think we had written something about his experience with the culture, working with US clients and working with India. That post had gotten 4 lakh something plus impressions. Because the people, so, उसने कुछ टेक्निकल नहीं बात की, उसने ये बात की कि यूएस प्रोफेशनल्स का कल्चर कैसा होता है और इंडियंस का कल्चर कैसा होता है एज प्रोफेशनल्स, क्या डिफरेंस है, व्हाट शुड वी लर्न फ्रॉम देम. ओके, सिंपल. His observation, his experience. I just gave the whole idea words. मेरा उतना काम था. Experience was his. 4 lakh plus impressions because people like listening to stories. स्टोरीज शेयर करो. जो भी challenges है, जो भी observations है, उसके ऊपर start sharing stories. Okay? Okay. So with this, I will stop sharing my screen. Let me know if you have any specific doubt. Because हमारे पास time कम था, so I could only give you the steps which you can follow. Any doubts, you can reach out to me anytime. Can you say words about? Okay. If you are just starting as a CA, my opinion, and if you don't want to invest right now, it's okay if you don't have a website, but have a very strong LinkedIn profile, which you can share with people as a website. It's okay if you say, I don't have a website. See, आजकल AI से free websites भी बनते हैं. The quality is not that great. So if you're okay with that, go ahead. You need to find the right person who can help you with that. Or even if you don't have a website, maintain a good LinkedIn profile, which is as complete. Okay.
Okay. So even in less time, so many things were covered. Beautifully covered that. So many types of contents. What are how we can increase our impressions, all these things. So anyone having any doubts before we wind up? Anyone? Let me. You can unmute yourself. Anybody who is having doubts or want to say anything, you can unmute yourself. Yes. Anybody who wants to share their experience or like somebody was asking about YouTube also, uh, all these things. If anybody, you can unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes. Yes, your voice is
Yeah.
audible, Satyanarayan ji.
Yeah. Hi. Good evening, Lokesh. Good evening, Parinita ji. It was a wonderful session. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lokesh, for conducting these sessions. I was not very consistent with following up your sessions, but this one I sat for the entire duration and it was really insightful. I recently started my practice from scratch again 2.5 years back, like I just wrote. So I was just trying to wrap my head around how should I do, what should I do, because it becomes very challenging for a first generation CA, again stepping into practice after a long break where people don't realize and recognize you and don't know about your expertise because there is no expertise as such after such a long break. So this is something which I was also wondering how should I start? How should I start posting on LinkedIn and YouTube or not? What should be opted for or not? So this was really insightful. Thank you, ma'am, very much, and would love to connect with you and get more insights if possible. So thank you very much.
Anytime.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you
Thank you,
so much,
Lokesh.
Satyanarayan.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye bye.
So
Good
Yes,
night.
we
glad
will share the LinkedIn
to
profile, ma'am's LinkedIn profile also in the group.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. That would be great.
Yes.
Thank you.
And those who are not part of the group, I have given the link once again, recordings and everything. Ma'am is going to share the resources also. Everything will be there. So anyone, any more experience, anybody who wants to share? This session was really very interactive, I will say. Every now and then, ma'am is asking questions, and everybody is very interactively answering. So anybody who wants to say anything more or any interaction, any experience, how you like the session, what are the key takeaways, anything you want to discuss, anybody?
I hope everybody. Now just one suggestion. जो आपने वो बनाया था ना, the I help वाला thing. My suggestion, and I'll show my quickly. Just give me 1 second, Lokesh. Sorry for I'm
Yes, yes.
taking
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
couple of more minutes, but I really want to show you something and why this is helpful. I'll show you my own profile, so आपको थोड़ा सा वो मिलेगा. Helping chartered accountants ethically brand themselves and grow their clients. जो मैंने आपको exact बोला, I help these clients in this service, and this is how it helps. It builds a lot of credibility and gives a very direct, अच्छा बंदा ये काम करता है, इसके लिए काम करता है. There's no confusion. जहां पे confusion आएगा ना, people हिचकिचाते हैं आप तक पहुंचने के लिए. वो मत दो उनको. बी वेरी क्लियर कि आप क्या काम करते हो. ठीक है. लाइक आई सेड, चाहे हाइंडसाइट में आप सारे असाइनमेंट्स लेते हो, लेते रहो, but for marketing purpose, for branding yourself, to be some expert, have to start niching down and start saying very clearly, crystal clear, मैं ये काम करता हूँ, इसके लिए करता हूँ, ऐसे हेल्प कर. बी दैट क्लियर. ओके. सो माय सजेशन, जो हमने वो बनाया था ना, उसको एज इट इज आप अपने लिंक्डइन पे, यहाँ पे आप डाल सकते हो. व्हाट्सएप, अगर आप बिजनेस यूज करते हो, आप व्हाट्सएप बिजनेस पे भी वो डाल सकते हो. इफ यू गो ऑन माय व्हाट्सएप बिजनेस, यू सी द सेम थिंग. व्हाट्सएप बिजनेस पे भी आप अपना स्टेटस स्टेटस बोल दो, दैट हेडलाइन वो डाल सकते हो. अगेन गिव्स अ लॉट ऑफ क्लैरिटी टू पीपल.
Yes. So anyone else who wants to say anything?
थैंक यू गुरदीप.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll wind up, ma'am. Thank you so much. It was really, really insightful. Many things you have shown practically, which was the biggest intention of this session. That theoretically everybody is telling you do this, do that, you have to be consistent. But how you can be consistent? You have given the ideas that ultimately every idea is in your office. You have to discuss with your client. What is your problem? So that is the best takeaway for everyone today, that your problems are your real content. Anybody who's thinking कि मैं YouTube पे करूँ, क्या LinkedIn पे करूँ, कहाँ करूँ, your problems, your client's problem. I have heard one very beautiful line, that every day your client's problem is your problem. Bas. So if you are depending like on whatever type of clients you are having, their problem is your problem. So that
परफेक्ट.
is a very good matlab starting point for your content. Every day some or other discussion with clients, whatever problems they're having, it is really very good takeaway for all of us. Apart from many other takeaways, this one was very good. uh, yes.
Thank
Last
you. अरे, I was thinking so much कि, you know, what should I do? What should I say? Because community building is not a day's job, and
right.
ऐसे बता भी नहीं सकते. तो let's do this. Let's show them कि हाँ, ये steps है, तुम्हें ये करना है, and ये examples है. So people are not very confused कि अरे इससे करके result क्या आएगा? देख लो भाई result. This is the
Right,
result
right,
of it.
right, right. Yes, exactly. One good thing, that it is not a one day job. You have to be consistent, and the day results start coming, then it will multiply. But suppose 365 days, 300 days, there is nothing, but 65 days, there is everything. So it happens, and I feel the same only. Many times I also feel मतलब क्या फायदा, what I'm doing. But then I think no, 100 मतलब 100, whatever it is.
Very
So
nice. मतलब, really, Lokesh, very, it's commendable the way you have been managing, the way you've been consistent with this. नहीं है
it
सबका, सबके बस
had
की नहीं
13 months
है.
now.
सुपर, मतलब सुपर कंसिस्टेंट.
Okay, okay. Definitely.
थैंक यू सो मच.
Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
थैंक
Okay,
यू
everybody.
एवरीबडी.
Yes,
I hope we get connected on LinkedIn and I see those changes that we just spoke about.
yes. I will share the everything in the group, and those
Sure.
who are
I'll
not
share
there.
the ebook. You can share it on the group.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Good night, everyone. Good night.